Hey there, gorgeous! I hope that you are having a fabulous day. Happy Drugstore December to you. I ordered these stencils from Shop Miss A. That's what they look like. There are 12 styles, eyeliner and eyeshadow sticker templates. Yes. This was $1.55, I think. It was under $2, just put it that way. And it looked really good. And I've tried stuff out like this before in the past. Some of it's been good, some of it's not been so good. But I figure at this price point, it's worth checking out. So we're going to try all the styles here today. And I'll let you know if it's worth trying.
What are you doing, you big boy? You big boy, you're so cute.
It's Cat, I'm telling you. I'm just going to show you. This cat behind me right now. Like, what? I'm happy. Go away. Number one is the double eyeliner. I've already gone ahead and applied an eyeshadow primer on my eyes. I am going to be using the e.l.f. Bite Size palette in the shade Cream and Sugar. And I'm specifically going to be using this right here, this dark brown, for a majority of what you'll be seeing me test. Ooh, that is interesting. You know, it's always, it's fascinating to me to think of how they make stencils like this and how they're supposed to accommodate everyone's eye shape, you know, because not everybody's eye is the same. There we go. Huh. Can't blink. Then we're going to fill in the stencil. Oh my gosh! It came out actually not so bad. Okay, other eye, other eye. Holy, what? Oh my gosh, you know, that's actually not so bad. It's actually not so bad. I was expecting to have a lot of eyeshadow also on the lower lashes, but I mean the lower, you know, under the eyes right here, but not so much. This is good too because it gives you, even if it's not perfect, like you can see right there, I have some stuff I need to correct. Even if that happens, it at least gives you a template to follow, which is so good. How many of these do I have to do? 12? 12. Oh, that's my number. Fishtail eyeliner. Now this isn't really that different from the last one. It more or less fans out a little bit more compared to the last one. You can see it's got more of a flare to it as opposed to the other one that was just a straight wing. The great thing about these two is if you don't have them positioned just right, you can lift them a little bit and reposition them pretty easily, and they're still pretty tacky. So they're not on there 100% the first time you put them on. Okay, let's do this quickly so I can blink again. Okay, let's see what this fishtail eyeliner. Oh yeah. Okay. It's not my favorite looking. You know, I'm noticing on this eye, it's always got some kind of dip going on. Must be the way that I'm applying the stencil. I'm not too fond of this one, although it came out really good. It did, it's just not my favorite. But that's what that one looks like. This next one is basic eyeliner. So this one should be pretty easy. The other thing too, like I had mentioned before, is that even if you don't like the style of the eyeliner, like for me, this one is way big. It's a little thick for me on the outer corner. So if, I'm gonna see what it looks like when I take it off, but you can customize it a little bit. All right, here we go. Woo! Oh, you know, that's actually not too bad. That's, and it went blurry. Are you serious? Okay, like I was saying, it's not too bad, really. Number 4 is a luxe eyeliner. Woo! Now this one looks a little bit more demure. I mean, at first when I got the stencil off of here, it looked like it was going to be thicker, but now that I have it on the eye, it looks like it's going to be a little bit thinner. It helps too if you look back like this as you're applying the stencil. This eye is watering so badly. It does not like how many changes we've done so far. All right, here we go. Oh, that's nice. I like that one. That's very demure and toned down from where we were before. Cat eyeliner. Yes, you hear that, Micah? We're doing cat eyeliner. It's still out. Yeah, it's a little thicker than the last one. And if this happens to you too, like if you use eyeshadow with these stencils, all you have to do is take a little bit of makeup remover and get the excess fallout off of the side. And then like I did with the basic, I think it was one of the first ones we did, you can also thin this line out a little bit too if you wanted to, but that's pretty also. A little too thick for me personally, but hey, for the right eye shape, it could look really nice. We're moving into some of the eyeshadow because this was an eyeshadow and eyeliner template sticker. So this next one is smoky eyeshadow. So it's going to go on a little more thick than the previous ones did because they were more like eyeliner, whereas this is supposed to cover the eye. Okay, we'll use that dark brown again and fill all this in. You could also, now that I'm doing it, you see how I started out with a little bit of dark eyeshadow right there? Whew. I'm going to show you on the next one, but you could blend two eyeshadows together and create a gradient. You don't have to use just one eyeshadow for the full length of this. I just want you to see what these look like, so if you're interested in this, you can see what you're going to get. Oh, okay. Not bad. Next one, number 7, is everyday eyeshadow. Can't wait to see what their definition of that is. I'm going to show you the gradient fade with this stencil because I feel like it'd be a great one to showcase that. So I'm taking this shade and I'll apply that to the inner half, right about there. Ooh, hear that thunder? Yeah. Bring it, bring it, bring it. I love a good thunderstorm. It's one of my most favorite things ever. I'm going to take that dark brown once again here, and we'll use that on the outer corner. I went outside the line a little bit here on this side, but that's okay. We'll fix it. Go ahead and take this off. Woo! That's not bad at all. I'm going to fix this little line here. That's not a shape that's working for my eye shape, but if you wanted to, let me show you what you could do with this. Just let's play around a little bit here. I'm going to take the e.l.f. Bite Size palette in the shade I Love You a Latte. I'm going to take my go-to shade, need a different brush. This one right here, no, this one right here. And I'm going to put that in the crease just so you can see how we can change this a little bit. Blend. Okay, now you can see it's softened the eye a little bit just with the simple addition of a crease shade. The wing too can be fixed a little bit by just taking it up a little bit higher, pointing it up, and possibly thinning it out a little bit. And so there you can see the difference. Just those few minor touches made this look more customized to my eye shape than if I just left it like this. So don't be afraid to play around with these. If you do try them, you can find a look that works just for you. Number 8 is bold eyeshadow. Yeah. This is definitely on the bolder side, my gracious. And I think I'm going to do a 3 gradient eyeshadow with this so you can see how that will look. Now if I go back to the Cream and Sugar palette and I take this shade, apply that to the inner third, and then I take the one next to it, apply that to the middle of the lid, and then take that deeper brown and apply that to the outer. And voila! Again, it's one of those looks that you might need to add a crease color to it, or it could be just great on its own, but you can see what you get there. Not my favorite, but that's how it looks. Number 9 is classic eyeshadow. We'll do another gradient fade with this one, but we're going to do it a little differently this time. I'm going to take this shade from the I Love You a Latte palette, and I'm going to apply this to the outer half of the lid. Then I'm going to take this light shade at the top of the palette and apply that to the inner half of the lid and blend the two together. All right, and then we'll take these off. And my whole point of doing it that way is that will help you with the placement. And if you use an eyeshadow that's really easy to blend, like that lighter shade, you could take a brush, very simple, fluffy brush, and go back and work with that shape and then blend in the crease. To me, I see a lot of value in it, and you can see how this eye looks now that I've completed it compared to the eye that just, if you just left it with what the stencil gave you. All right, you let me know, is this something that you would have liked to have had when you were first learning eyeshadow? Or do you feel like it's more of a hindrance? The next stencil that I'm using is the one called Drama Eyeshadow. Oh boy. Wow, it's quite dramatic. Same thing with this one. I'm going to use it more as a template for beginning the eyeshadow, and then I'll show you how I complete it, taking the same shade from the I Love You a Latte palette. And I'm going to lightly brush that within the stencil area. Okay, then we'll take those off. And what I would do would be, I would clean it up just a little bit. Oh, it's not working so well. I was gonna say, you could take a blending brush and blend out the edges of the eyeshadow, but that's not working. I still have sharp lines there, but you get the idea. I think what happened was I forgot to apply my eyeshadow primer, so I applied it after I had the stencil on, and so I feel like those little rough lines you're seeing there is because the eyeshadow primer did not get applied to the full length of the eye, but I could see that stencil working really well as a template. Number 11, simple eyeliner. Did we do a simple eyeliner? Basic. We did a basic eyeliner. Okay, we didn't do simple eyeliner. I don't know what the difference is either. And I would also guess that they're giving you 2 because that's probably what most of us want help with. Ah! Okay. Yeah, it's very similar to the basic, I feel like, but it's longer, much longer, and thinner by comparison. And if I were going to fix it, I would do one of these. Just the very simple, but I like that. Last one, number 12 is an everyday eyeshadow, which I may just end up keeping on at this point. My eyes are starting to hurt. Since I'll probably be wearing this one, I'm going to try to make it a little wearable. So I'm taking the brown and I'll apply that to the outer corner. Then I'll take that shimmery champagne shade and apply that to the inner half. And then we'll take these off. Bam! And that's what it looks like with just a stencil. Now if I take a little bit of the brown that was used there and I bring it in a little bit, and then I go, whoop, just throw the eyeshadow palette, sure. Then I take this shade right here and I go over that to blend it up into the crease. And over the outer corner here to attempt to blend out some of those harsh edges. Okay, and then finally blend the edges. And so that is how I would go about transforming that into a more wearable look. I started to do it over here and then I stopped and I said, let me wait and show a before and after. So that would be the before and that would be the after. Let me know what you thought about these stencils. Which one was your favorite? Or would you use this or would you not use this? Would love to hear your thoughts on this. Out of all of them, I was most impressed with some of the eyeliner stencils. I probably would not use the eyeshadow stencils, just a personal preference, but I do feel like they're good for those who are starting out or maybe need a little bit more instruction, a little bit more help in eyeshadow placement. But the eyeliner stencils were spectacular, and they were easy to adjust after you place them. If you placed them wrong, you didn't have to worry about reapplying them, you know, to get them on correctly. They didn't lose their stickiness. And so for that reason, I feel like you could potentially use these more than once, possibly, I don't know. But pretty good for the price, I mean, I gotta say. So yeah, this was fun to do today. A little hard on the eyes, but you know, it's nice to do different things once in a while too. So I hope that you enjoyed it and you found it helpful. If you've been looking for a tool like this, I do feel like it is worth checking out. And if you're interested in it, I will have it listed for you below in the description box. I speak love, peace, and joy into you and into your home, and look forward to seeing you for another video very soon in Drugstore December.